Hello students, welcome back to 7th session on permutation and combination. In this session, we are concentrating on rules of probability. We have already discussed what is probability and what are the various terminologies used in probability. Now we are concentrating on rules of probability. The first one is addition rule for mutually exclusive events. Before we understanding what is additional rule for mutually exclusive events, we should understand the concept mutually exclusive. We know that two events are said to be mutually exclusive if they cannot occur at the same time or simultaneously. For example, if I toss a coin, either I will get head or I will get tail. I will not get head and tail together or same time. Try to understand. So this is known as mutually exclusive. If I throw a dice, I may get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, but all 6 I won't get together. So this is nothing but mutually exclusive events. So in such events, so what is the additional rule? That is what we are studying under additional rule for mutually exclusive events. We know that probability of occurrence of two events is equal to 0. Occurrence of two events at the same time. So, symbolically, mutually exclusive events are referred as P, A and B is equal to 0. Means probability of occurrence of A and B is 0. If A and B are said to be mutually exclusive events, then probability of event A occurring or B occurring is equal to probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. The bracket should come before A, probability of A union B. It's also known as probability of A plus B. It's also known as probability of A or B. It's also known as probability of either A or B. It also known as probability of at least one, which is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B. This is addition rule for mutually exclusive events. So when tossing a coin, the event of getting head or tail are mutually exclusive because the probability of getting head or tail simultaneously is equal to 0. Means we are getting head and tail together is equal to 0. Again in a six-sided die, the events 2 or 5 are mutually exclusive. We cannot get both events 2 or 5. When you throw a die, definitely you won't get 2 or 5 at a time. You will get either 2 or 5 or 4 or 6 or 1 or 3. So any one you will get. You will not get 2 at a time. So such type of events are known as mutually exclusive. For example, assume that in a playing card packet, we need to take a card. What is the probability of getting ace or king? So when we take a card, ace or king together will not come. So it is mutually exclusive. Try to understand. So there are 4 a's, there are 4 kings. So probability of A is 4, probability of B is 4 out of 52. Playing card packet consists of how many cards? 52. So probability of A union B is equal to 4 by 52 plus 4 by 52. So means 2 by 13. What is the probability of getting a card of heart or spade? So they are also mutually exclusive. You won't get, try to understand, when we take a card, there is no possibility of you getting spade and heart. Spade and heart will not come together. So they are also mutually exclusive. So probability of A is 13 by 52 because there are 13, card having a shape of spade and 13 cards having a shape of heart. So probability of A is 13, probability of B is also 13 by 52. So probability of A union B is equal to 13 by 52 plus 13 by 52, 26 by 52. When we simplify it, it will become 1 by 2. So in case of mutually exclusive, mutually exclusive events, probability of occurrence of event is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. In case if events are not mutually exclusive, means both of the events will occur simultaneously. Such type of events are known as not mutually exclusive events. In such case, probability of A or B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Probability of A plus probability of B plus minus probability of A and B. For example, if you want to take a card out of 52, so that it must be king and heart. So both events can occur at a time. So they are not mutually exclusive. Card having a shape of heart is also having king with it. We are going to study in detail about the cards when we start solving some problems on probability, that we will see later. But we know that card having, there are 4 shapes of card. Each shape is having king, you know that. So that's why heart is also having king. So when you take a card, there is a probability of you getting heart and king, because the card is having a shape of heart, and at the same time there may be a king in it. That's why both can occur at a time. If that is the case, probability of A union B is king means 4 by 52, heart means 13 by 52 minus probability of A intersect B. Probability of A intersect B. It's also known as A and B. So there is one card which is having shape of heart and king. So that is why 1 by 52 is deducted. So 4 by 52 plus 13 by 52 is 17 by 52 minus 1 by 52. So means 16 by 52 is the probability. Did you get my point? So when they are mutually exclusive, a probability of A and B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. When they are not mutually exclusive, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersect B, also known as A and B. So what is the probability of getting queen and black color out of 52 cards when we want to take a card? So see, black color, there are 2 different colors of card. So black color is having what also? Queen also. So there are how many queens in a card packet? 4. So there are how many black colors? 13 by 13. Isn't it? So 13 by, not 13, it is totally 26. 26 by 52. So probability of queen is 4 by 52. Probability of black color is 26. So 26 by 52, 4 by 52. Out of 26 there are 2 shapes. Try to understand. Out of 26 black color there are 2 shapes of cards. Again there are 2 queens in it. So that's why 4 by 52 probability of getting queen plus probability of getting black color, what is that, 26 by 52 minus what is the probability of, or what is the number of cards out of 52 in black color having queen? 2. So that's why 2 by 52 should be deducted. Answer is 30 by 52 minus 2 by 52, so 28 by 52. So 28 by 52. So this is how to calculate probability. This is how we can apply the additional rule of probability for mutually exclusive events and not mutually exclusive events. So let me see multiplication rule. When it is desired to estimate the chances of happening of successive events, the separate probability of these successive events are multiplied. We apply multiplication rule for dependent and independent events. So if you want to estimate the chances of happening of successive events, then what you will do is the separate probability of these successive events will get multiplied. So we apply the rule of multiplication only for dependent and independent events. If 2 events are independent, what is independent? So when we toss a coin, first time if you get a head, second time you may get head or tail. Happening of event is not dependent on previous event. Then such events are called as independent events. See, when you toss a coin, you may get head or tail. Next time when you toss a coin, try to understand. So again you may get head or tail. So what you will get at the beginning when you toss the coin first time will not influence what you will get when you toss the coin second time. So second time event is not influenced by first time tossing of coin. second time tossing of coin is not influenced by first time tossing of coin. It is not because of you tossing coin first time and getting head, second time also it is because of that you will not get second time tail. You may get tail or you may get head. Such events are known as what events? Independent events. If occurrence of an event create an impact on occurrence of another event, then such events are called as dependent events. Means when you do something and that influence the occurrence of the next thing, means the occurrence of next thing is next event is influenced by the occurrence of previous events, then that is called as what events? Dependent events. This is how to analyze the concept independent events and dependent events. So in case if events are independent events, probability of A intersect B is probability of A into probability of B. In case of dependent event, so probability of A intersect, not union, A intersect B, there is a small mistake here, is equal to probability of A into probability of B by A. What is probability of B by A? Probability of event B and when event A has already occurred. Probability of A bar B means probability of event A when event B has already occurred. For example, two coins are tossed. What is the probability of getting head on first and tail on second? See here, events are independent. Why it is independent? Getting head in first event will not influence getting tail or head in second event. So that's why second event is not get influenced by the first event. That's why they are called as independent. So when it is independent, the formula is probability of A into probability of B. Probability of A is 1 by 2. Probability of B is 1 by 2. So the answer is, what is that? 1 by 4. So this is all about multiplication rule. And one more problem is there. You just see this. There is one packet of playing cards. What is the probability of getting first card and second card, which must be ace and king without replacement? First card ace, second card should be king. So ace means 4 by 52. Second card also C without replacement. You are not, once you take one card, you will not replace it with other same card. Try to understand. Then the happening of second event is 4 by 51. So happening of second event is depend upon happening of first event. So first event occurs when we take first card, which will create impact on second card. So this is nothing but what event? Dependent event. So when events will become dependent, what's the answer? Probability of A intersect B is equal to probability of A into probability of B by A. Try to understand. So we'll see how to solve this problem particularly in next class. Till that, take care. Thank you.